Hi, and welcome back to Live at FDIC. This podcast is brought to you today by Firehouse Subs and all week by Firehouse Subs and the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. Find out more about restaurant ownership at www.firehousesubfranchising.com. Well, we're excited right now because we have a big announcement we're going to be making. I'm joined today by Xprize Wildfire and American Family Insurance for the announcement. Today, Xprize is announcing the qualified teams for the space-based wildfire detection and intelligence track. With me from Xprize Foundation are Andrea Santi in the middle. She's the program director, and Jay Stalnacker at the end there. He's the technical lead from the Xprize Wildfire Competition. And they're joined by Stephanie Miller, the programs and partnership director from American Family Insurance, a proud sponsor of Xprize Wildfire. So there's a lot to get to today during this podcast. So take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, Chris. We really appreciate the opportunity to be able to share our announcement at FDIC. This is the perfect stage to be able to share this news. We want to be able to give you a little bit of information about Xprize Foundation, the wildfire competition, and most importantly, the qualified teams. So Xprize Foundation is a nonprofit organization that really focuses on being able to spur innovation. We do that by designing and implementing innovative competitions that try to drive competitors from around the world to bring their collective knowledge towards solving grand challenges. It could be on water scarcity, health, education, or wildfire.
You know, as a former fire management officer, smoke jumper, working in the field on these fires, it's obvious to me that we're behind the curve when it comes to technology and introducing it into the wildland fire fighting arena. So really our competition that Andrea described is twofold, or we call them two tracks. That's one. First track is really about space-based detection and intelligence. So gathering imagery and information from space and providing it to the firefighter on the ground in real time almost. And the next track is one of our favorite, and that's the autonomous response. And that's taking AR and VR and AI and all these technologies and basically creating a sentinel for communities and subdivisions and forests and ecosystems to protect them using technology. Addressing destructive wildfires requires all of us, and we are so grateful for our sponsors. And one of our sponsors is here today, American Family Insurance, and we're pleased to have her join us.
And before you start, I just want to make sure that I haven't missed out on kind of the big, what is Xprize Wildfire? So Xprize Wildfire is a 4-year competition with a prize purse of $11 million. The aim of that competition across the two tracks that Jay shared is to be able to really drive home solutions for firefighting, technological solutions, be they space-based or autonomous, with the ultimate goal for early detection, autonomous suppression, end-to-end destructive wildfires. And so we will pass it over to Stephanie. We're going to be announcing the qualified teams.
Yes, thank you, Jay and Andrea. I am honored and thrilled to be here to announce the teams that are moving on to the next track and next round of the wildfire space-based detection and intelligence track. But first, I just want to take a minute to emphasize the importance of innovation overall in detecting and combating destructive wildfires. These wildfires are becoming more and more destructive and pervasive every year, and we must be decisive and swift in our ability to manage these threats before they become unmanageable. So American Family Insurance decided to partner because of that innovation lens, but also because of the collaborative nature of Xprize. They really bring together this collective expertise and resources and support that works together to really make a large impact for our communities and our ecosystem. And this partnership is just one of the ways that American Family Insurance is addressing the needs of our policyholders. And we really believe it will help improve our customers' lives now and into the future. This partnership provides some amazing key benefits for us. A look at the global scale of wildfire mitigation and just other new methods to detect and suppress, but also really expands our network of amazing researchers, innovators, data scientists, other companies leading the way, local fire agencies, all of the above. So we really are just so excited and honored and feel like this is really making a meaningful difference in addressing destructive wildfires. So without any further delay, let's jump into the teams that are moving on to the next round. So Xprize Wildfire has an independent judging panel that has selected 20 qualified teams from around the world to advance to this next phase. I'm going to list the teams, the 20 teams, in alphabetical order, and their name and their location. So here we go. The first team is Akula Tech from Australia, Be the Change Analytics from the USA, Black Shark AI from Austria, Chooch from the USA, Deep Fire from the USA, Ember Guard, a wildfire watch group from the USA, Fire Eye from the USA, Generative Intelligence from Spain, Loft Orbital from France, Muon Space from the USA, My Radar from the USA, Orbital Sidekick from the USA, Aurora Tech from Germany, Redback Fire Team from Australia, Sirius Wildfire Alliance from the UK, Snuffed from the USA, SpectraCan from Canada, Team Fuego from the USA, Team Mayday or Guardian Space from Germany, and Woolpert DI Cloud Geo Team from the USA. So congratulations to all the winning teams. This cohort of innovative teams will share a milestone prize purse of $750,000. So congratulations, teams.
Great. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Yes, and congratulations, teams. Maybe like a big, a big round. Woo! We've got some friends and teams and sponsors and joining us today. So we know that this really is such a collective, as you said, Stephanie. And so thank you for being here to announce the teams with us. And Xprize Wildfire would not be possible without all of our sponsors. And so I want to make sure that we give a recognition to them. So we have our co-title sponsor, Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation and Pacific Gas and Electric. Our presenting sponsor, the Minderoo Foundation, supporting sponsors, bonus prize sponsor, Lockheed Martin, supporting sponsors, Hilton Foundation, Costa Navarino, Fairfax Financial Holdings, American Family Insurance, and several committed individual benefactors. If you'd like to learn more about Xprize Foundation, Xprize Wildfire, and our competing teams, you can find all of that information on our website at xprize.org/wildfire. As well, for anybody here at FDIC, we are going to be at the Esri booth at 3739. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., we have a conversation with USFA, Esri, and Xprize. We'd love to be able to see people there, 11 a.m. at the Esri booth. And just a huge thank you. This is something, it's a really exciting competition. It runs for the next several years. These teams are going to be advancing through developing their solutions and then testing it with real live fire scenarios. And so we hope you follow along.
Well, it's really amazing what you're doing here, because, and I just want to emphasize that a lot of what we do today on the structural firefighting side, a lot of what we do has to do with things that started on the wildfire side of the fire service. So, I'm looking forward in particular to see, where this all ends up and how, I'm on the structural side and how we'll be able to adapt certain things over to our side. So thank you all very much for everything you're doing. I was wondering though, just this wildfire is one part of Xprize. Could you just talk about the foundation overall? Just give like a quick rundown of some of the things that you guys are all doing.
Sure, and I'll start, Jay. Feel free to jump in. So Xprize Foundation started 30 years ago, and to date we have 30 prizes with collective prize purses of over $500 million. Those prizes span a variety of different challenges. We have water scarcity, we have health, education, biodiversity, quantum, whole bunch of different things. We're best known for our first prize, which was on private spaceflight, the Ansari Prize. So oftentimes when people hear Xprize, they think of that first competition. The competition, the Ansari Prize, looked to be able to, again, bring innovators from around the world to try to solve a big problem. We are solution agnostic, so we don't tell the developers and innovators how to solve the problem. We just say, here's the problem to be solved. For that one, they had to go up, orbit twice, land, live. And it really has been very fundamental for where we are today with spaceflight and those innovations. And so for Xprize Wildfire, we really see that we have these two tracks. There's really ambitious challenges that teams need to be able to address. And I'll pass it to Jay to talk a little bit about what you think is going to be really exciting that comes out of this competition.
Well, thank you. I will say that one more thing about the foundation is, we have a collective group of educated, well-rounded, diverse people that work in the organization, and that's what makes it so powerful and so unique. And so it's a privilege to work for this nonprofit, and really the work we're doing in wildfire, as Andrea said, is even more a privilege for me as a fire management officer, struggling to see any change on the fire ground over these years. And then now to see and be part of this. And the next stages of the competition are pretty exciting. We're going to go into round 2 for track A. So that's the space-based intelligence and detection track. And in that, we're going to actually challenge the teams that were just announced to actually look at fire on the ground in a global location and size it up for us, find it, locate it, and feed us information about it in real time, which is not possible today. In some cases, we're waiting 7 hours to even days before we're getting that information on the ground. In track B, we're finishing our QTS round, which is a white paper submission, which kind of is the end of this for track A today. And there we're going to see some exciting technologies around autonomous drones, autonomous vehicles, and really the message we want to send also, Chris, and I think you'll appreciate this, being part of the fire service, is this is about our communities. It is about our private industry partners. It is about the nonprofits, and it's about the environment. But in context of today, it's also about the firemen and women that put their lives at risk. And we want to reduce that risk. And we want to drop those fatality rates in the wildland fire environment to 0 by removing the firefighter from the risk, not from the fire, but from the risk. And that's what these tools can do.
All right, perfect. Well, again, I would like to thank Andrea, Jay, and Stephanie for joining us today to make this announcement. Best of luck to those 20 teams. Sound like a truly global list. So this is going to be exciting to see how this all works out. And one more time, for those who want more information on Xprize Wildfire, xprize.org/wildfire is where you can find out information on that. And they will be at the Esri booth 3739 while they're here at FDIC International 2024. So again, there's been Chris McClune with Andrea Santi, Jay Stahlnacker, and Stephanie Miller to announce the winners in the Xprize Wildfire Foundation competition. So best of luck to everybody, and thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having us.